New at 6 o'clock, drug agents say a deadly drug that's now being mixed with fentanyl is on the streets of Oklahoma.
The Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics says Mexican drug cartels are mixing Xylazine, a tranquilizer used for large animals like horses, but is not approved for people. News on 6's Reagan Ledbetter is live with the massive injuries this drug can cause, and we want to let you know pictures of the injuries are pretty graphic. Reagan?
Yeah, Craig and Lori, OBN says fentanyl is an extremely deadly drug, and mixing in the Xylazine makes it a nightmare. The problem is Xylazine isn't an opioid, so Narcan can't reverse an overdose. OBN agents say Xylazine is a sedative for large animals and it's very cheap. It shuts down the central nervous system so the body isn't able to heal. So people's wounds just keep getting worse.
The continued use of it, and what it does is it slows down the healing. So when someone's using fentanyl that's been adulterated with Xylazine, what happens is that the person using has these open sores that continue to kind of grow and just eat at the flesh, and they're just very hard to deal with.
OBN Deputy Director Brian Serber says Xylazine is following the same path fentanyl did, starting on the East Coast and making it to Oklahoma. He says there was an 1,100% increase in overdose deaths in 2022 in this part of the country, where the victim tested positive for both fentanyl and Xylazine. Agents believe the cartels are using Xylazine to mix in with other drugs, but just recently, officers in New Mexico see Xylazine by itself in the spare tire of a car during a traffic stop.
If you get these really concentrated aspects of Xylazine, it can be independent fatal overdose. Now, for all of ours, they've been mixed together, and so again, both of them are depressing the central nervous system.
Serber says the fentanyl crisis has killed thousands of people in the U.S., and they want to warn people about this new threat as soon as possible.
Its prevalence is probably underestimated because it's happened so fast and we haven't looked for it, and so we're kind of seeing those signs, and so it's something that's very concerning to us. We want to get the information out to the public.
Now, the other problem is Xylazine isn't a controlled drug, meaning it's not illegal, so it wasn't being tested for until recently. Reagan Ledbetter, Oklahoma's Own, News on 6.